Hey there, and welcome to Draw Anything and Everything. I'm your artist, Mickey Malarky. You know, in putting a picture together, you can consider so many different ideas. You can think of people, you can think of places, you can think of objects, you can think of actions. You can take any of these things, mix them up, and come up with a really amazing picture. All you need, though, to make a really great picture is to have something to draw on, something to draw with, and a lot of enthusiasm!
Enthusiasm!
Well, we need some ideas to make our picture today. Is it going to be a place? Is it going to be an object? There's only one way to find out, and that's to check the imagination box. Here we go. All right, our first idea for today. Yeah, this is a good one, and I think you're going to love it. It is a dragon. Amazing. We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Our second idea for today is, this one's interesting. It's an author. That's like a person who writes books. I think we can have a lot of fun with that too. And our third and final idea for today is one of my favorite things, and I'm sure one of yours. It's cocoa. Cocoa is the foundation of what makes chocolate. We have some great ideas today. Are you ready? 'Cause I'm ready. Let's get drawing. All right, I have an idea for what I want to do today, but this is going to be pretty tricky. Our three ideas are a dragon, an author, and cocoa. Okay, well, we might as well just dive right in, and I'm going to start by drawing our dragon friend. So, we want to have those big kind of dragony eyes right off the bat. And, it doesn't have to be particularly scary, but I do want to make sure that we aren't making our dragon friend looking too happy. Just, a little bit of that fierceness. And because they're like a reptile, I'm only going to do a single line for the eye. And that'll give us a nice, good start. Now, I don't know if dragons have ears or not. I know they sometimes have horns. But they, since they're kind of lizardy, I'm going to give them this kind of weird webbed ear part, right? I don't know that there's any one particular way of drawing a dragon, so mine might look a little bit different from what you have in your head, but I think this is what I would like to see in my dragon. I would also like to make sure that we have some horns, so let's do some horns. We're going to do a horn that kind of curves up this way. There we go. That's a nice big dragon horn. And of course, with every good dragon, we want to have some nice, sharp dragon teeth. And I think that's what I'm going to draw right here. Are some nice, big dragon teeth. And we can round them out nice and easy this way. Not too bad. And it's really starting to look like a bit of a dragon, I think. Let's keep going with the bottom part of the dragon's mouth. There we go. And if you want, you can add a few more teeth down here too. Right? Just want to make sure that we have a pretty good looking toothy dragon. And there we go. There we go. Now, we want to make sure that our dragon has a nice big neck. And if you remember, one of our ideas for today is an author. So, I'm going to have our dragon friend as an author. Let's put our dragon friend in maybe a nice collared shirt, right? Because we can, and I think I'll put our dragon friend with a tie. But I'm not going to button it up, right? Because our dragon is hard at work. So I want to make sure that we don't make them too uncomfortable. And there is the arm and that giant sleeve, and we'll have the rest of the body come down this way. And of course, if our dragon friend is going to be working, we're going to have a hand come out this way. Let's see what I'm going to have our dragon friend doing to really show off that this is our author friend. I think that if they're going to be an author and they're going to be doing some creative writing, then we might as well give our friend a typewriter. Why not? Why not give them an old-timey typewriter that they could be writing a wonderful manuscript on, or maybe a play, or maybe a book of some sort. And we will have there it is, a piece of paper sticking out, and we'll have it come down like this and across like this. And if you've never seen a typewriter, they are very cool. I used to always wish that I'd written a story or some sort of adventure on a typewriter, but I could never finish one. I could start them, but I had a hard time finishing them. That's okay. The point is that I tried, and sometimes that's the most important thing that you can do. And there's the rest of the tie coming down. And of course, we want to have maybe the shirt tucked out because we can. And let's give our dragon friend, some nice knees. They're sitting down here at this typewriter, thinking about writing the world's next greatest novel. And we'll give them maybe some shoes because we can. There we go. And we'll put our dragon friend on a little stool here, right? Because we can. We want to make sure our dragon friend is having a lot of fun trying to write the story. I'll do the second knee over here too, just so we can have a little bit of perspective. And there is the second dragon foot. It's a pretty cool looking dragon, I think, right? We can also, if our dragon friend is working hard, why don't we give them some glasses? Because we can, and maybe even a little comb over. There we go. They're really working hard. Now, our last idea that we almost forgot, we have to put in as well is cocoa. Where does cocoa fit here? Well, I think, why don't we do my favorite kind of cocoa, and that is hot cocoa. So I'm going to draw dragon's other hand over here. And in this hand, I'm going to draw a mug. And this mug will contain, you guessed it, it's going to contain some nice, lovely hot cocoa, which I think is only appropriate given that our friend is hard at work here. So why not have a delicious beverage to help them out? And down here at the bottom, just because we don't want to forget, I'm going to do a wonderful dragon tail, which can look any number of different ways, but I'm going to draw mine like this, I think, with maybe some spikes, because we can do anything we want. All right, let's give our dragon friend a little bit of color. And I'm going to start with a green. And it's not going to be the whole green throughout. We're going to be able to mix in a few other colors. But I feel like green is a good foundation for a dragon. And why not start strong? So let's do some green all the way up here, all the way down here. All right, want to make sure we cover it all. The chin. We can't forget the chin. There we go. And now this back of neck part, and you can see right away, the green brings our dragon to life. I think that's pretty awesome. I forgot to draw the rest of the hand. All right, we'll come back and do that in 1 second. Let me just get this part down. There we go. And I'm going to come back to this, and we'll just finish off right there. Our dragon should probably be wearing some kind of, how do you feel about some brownish pants, right? I think that'll look kind of funky. There we go. Some nice brownish pants as they sit and work at this typewriter. You know what? I think it's more fun to write on a typewriter than it is to write on a computer. So if you ever have the chance and you ever find a typewriter, I think you should give it a try, because why not? I'm going to use this cream color. Again, we've been using it a lot recently, but I think this would be a really nice color for our dragon's shirts. So let's do that right here. And there we go. And let's do this here as well. Oh, you guessed it. I forgot something again. It always happens, every single picture. And this time I forgot to draw color in the dragon's tail. So let's go back to our green and let's get some color going on here on the tail. Amazing. All right, now I'm going to turn to a different color. Let's use our, let's see, which one? All right, I've got this kind of grayish color here that I'm going to use just for the webbing of our dragon's ears. We want to make sure we have that, and don't forget this part. And then we want to also pull out maybe a yellow for the horn. So let's give that a little bit of treatment. And as I mentioned, I didn't want to just keep our dragon one solid color. I wanted to have a few colors because dragons are awesome like that. So I'm going to take a different green and just use it a little bit to give our dragon a little bit of different color, especially on the inside part. So it's not all just one solid color. You see just a little bit of that really giving it some pop and keeping it from looking less like one flat piece. There we go. And we can also take a darker green or like a turquoisey green for just a little bit of shading and accent, just a little bit. We don't need too much, but I feel like that really helps bring it together. And then last but not least, I'm going to take a dark color. Let's go back to our gray. And again, just use that a little bit, just on the front, right, to give it a little bit of that extra dimensional color. And if we're drawing a dragon, we might as well have it with as much life as possible. And we can use the same color here a little bit on the shirt, just to give it a little bit of shape, so it's not just one single flat piece. There we go, there we go. I think that's looking terrific. Of course, if we have a dragon's eyes, we can do any color we want with that too. I'm going to take, I think, a mahogany. Let's give our dragon a nice mahogany-eyed look. There we go. And now they're really looking serious. And for the tie, how about a nice purple tie? I think that would be kind of fun. So let's get some purple in there, or some violet if you prefer. And there we go. For the mug, we can take a blue perhaps, right? Let's have a nice blue mug and just get that going on in here. Nothing too fancy. We'll take some brown for our hot cocoa, and we can just put that right in there. And we can use it also on these heat lines just a little bit, so that we really know that this is a nice hot piping hot cup of cocoa. We now need to turn to our typewriter. Our typewriter, we're almost done here. We're going to take this kind of grayish color, I think, and give our typewriters a little bit of pop on the front. And then for the rest of it, maybe we use this lighter color just so we have a little bit of difference between the pieces. So there you go. I mean, we've pretty much put it together, and we can put just a couple of lines here to show what our friend is working hard on, right? Again, forgot something. Forgot the shoes. So I'm going to take this orange and just give the shoes a quick once over. But there you go. I think we've nailed it. They say a million dragons sitting at a million typewriters can write the greatest story of all time. Well, I don't know who they are, but we've got one dragon and one typewriter. Is this the greatest story of all time? I think it's definitely possible. Thank you so much. I've had a great time drawing with you as always, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care now.